Hello everybody, this is Ziggies coming to you from somewhere in this world. We got A brand new week, a brand new long war, and yet another brand new alien base assault ahead of us this week. And hopefully we can pull this one off again, because really need it. And I kind of hinted at it, not in the thumbnail. Brand new long war. No, okay, brand new week of long war is what I should have said.
What's up, Doc?
Hey, good to see you in here, Werner. Good to see you. Thanks for dropping by. And I hinted, not in the title, not in the thumbnail, that I had information or new information on what we probably need to build, and it's all based. I really started researching after our first attempt at the Overseer went so swimmingly bad. We just could not freaking damage the thing. And part of that is, if you realize, well, that's the screen I'm going to start you on, but our alien research right now is at 790. And as several viewers point out now and then, that's obscene. One of the things that the aliens gain with that extra research is their UFOs. Gain a bit more armor than under normal circumstances. And that's a big reason why we didn't do the damage we needed to against the Overseer in my research since then. And it's because of that high research number.
What's up, Doc?
Hey, Stormare, it's good to see you. So basically, all the anecdotes that I read prior to playing Long War is, yes, plasma is just fine for shooting down those Overseers. However, no, not the wingtip Sparrowhawks. The weapon that does the best armor damage is the EMP weapon. So the exact name of the one for the aircraft, the EMP cannons, or whatever they're called, those are the ones that best damage armor. And if we had been able to, and the Overseer hadn't avoided us for so many months, perhaps our plasma would have worked okay. But we seem to be beyond that point. I don't know. I don't know how many fusion cores we need for that, but I'm going to do the research to get there so we can figure out how freaking much we're lacking. But that's part of the problem, is those EMP cannons are the ones that do the best against armor, apparently at this level. That's from everything I'm reading. So I'm not saying it'll be easy, but I'm at least gonna finish the research to get to that point, and then we can see what we're lacking and maybe make a plan to make them. We could still get lucky that it shows up in, what is it? Or maybe I just put an all Firestorm continent and just barrel our way through with every Firestorm we own with plasma and do it that way. I don't know. So I'm just not sure. Loki, good to see you. So basically, I've got to go down that other path. I've got to, you know, there is a research that's just been sitting there, and guess what that leads to? It goes through and looks like it's laser research, but it eventually gets the EMP stuff unlocked, and that's kind of what we need to do. I got to do one of two things. Hey, Trumpkin, happy Monday to you. But we got to do one of two things. Either probably put all my Firestorms in one continent, and then wait, as we know, for the Overseer to show up, or do what this other research avenue and go down that path and see if we can figure out a way to build EMP weapons. So we'll see. We'll see. That's kind of the adjustment, or what I've been reading, because I'm telling you, I've not gotten to the point where we've had such a dismal point, our dismal results with plasma weapons that normally can shoot down the Overseer. But they're not, their strength is not necessarily armor piercing or armor shredding, whatever you want to call it. So I'm just trying to think, how can we pull this out? So I've really been trying to dig deep, research and see what I can find and see what we could do. And because as you see here, the research for the aliens is 790. I'm not happy with their resources either. It had that mysterious jump for, they got an extra 30 somehow, somewhere along the line where it didn't seem like they should have been. Yeah, I'm burning past the hour and I'm still talking too, and we haven't started the alien base assault. But anyway, we're gonna come over here to research. And the research that we have, pulse lasers. Well, guess what that ends up leading to, right where we want to go. It's a 3-day research. It's going to cost us, but we can afford it right now. All those weapon fragments we're going to put to good use that we've been storing up. And we're just going to start this research. And hopefully we can continue future research in 3 days and keep progressing that way and figure out exactly what it is we need to be able to make the weapons we desire. So that's where we're at. That is where we're at. Okay, beyond that, we have a team picked out that I picked out earlier today. And yeah, we should have just done it. And I learned, you know, I'm learning lessons along the way. Don't stop researching, complete everything just in case, you know, that kind of thing. Now we got to do it. We got to try it. It's just not work. It's taken us so long as a result of various things. All right, we're going to assault the alien base in China. And I guess we'll start from left to right. And we hooked in Karma Suture for this one, and there are 2 folks other than a sniper in a flying suit that are not wearing Titan armor. Karma Suture is one of them. He's wearing this psionic armor since his psionic numbers are pretty damn decent. I figured maybe he won't have as much armor coverage, but he's a medic in the back row for the most part. And let's give him the extra stuff, and hopefully that will help us out. All right, then we got Bungert. So we do have an anti-chrysalid somebody with CCS and all that kind of stuff. Not that we always see chrysalids on these missions, so we'll see how much use we can find for Bungert, the bulwark himself. We got Kibo Motarasu and his rapid fire. He brought the punchy arms, but not the punchy arm improver, because I felt it important, for whatever reason, to give him some defense, alloy jacketed rounds to go with his less than top tier railgun, but with the alloy jacketed rounds, it hits pretty hard in the battle computer. So he doesn't get the extra oomph, the extra punch. Yeah, here. Sport. It does. Where's Servando when you need him? So we can tell him we like his sports bra. Oh my God. Love your sports bra. Yep. That's a good one, Nightmare. We got to remember that for when we see him next time. Okay, Disco is going out. He's got the long-range Gauss weapon. I decided to go with that one as opposed to the more mobile SMG version, but we'll see if that works out for us. I did give both of my suppressors a med kit. It's going to really slow them down horrendously. I also gave Mr. Up Close, who tends to get into trouble, a med kit also. So, you know, we're going to find out if being a little slower today hurts us or not. Anyway, then we got Lucian with the magical God, I love this weapon. I wish everybody could carry one, kind of a thing. He does have a flamethrower, which is also a little anti-chrysalid help, should they approach us at the right way. Rick Roll. Haven't seen Rick Roll in a while, but he's going out. Reflex rifle, or plasma reflex rifle, is back and functional. We do have two plasma pistols equipped. I did it on Rickroll and Bungert. I figured they'd be most likely up front and able to use it. Then we got Kingpin. He is our other gunner. And since our gunners with, you know, triple digit aim got wiped out during the base defense, we'll just have to make good with our second tier gunners. Oh, what can I say? What can I say? Oh, Stormare said that? I missed that. Oh, yeah, there. Oh, you know why I missed it? Because his lettering was green, just like yours. It did a bad job of alternating your colors here, so it stood out better to me. Okay, Stormare, sorry for the miscredit on that statement. I did like it. And then we got Graveman. I decided to go with Graveman as opposed to Carnage. I started thinking back. Usually I just want 2 good solid hits, not that we can do double tap every time. I did not bring a Mimic Beacon. That is the Stellarator. Or it should be the Stellarator. The Stellarator. The Mimic Beacon isn't so green. It kind of gives off Mimic Beacon vibes, but the Mimic Beacon isn't quite such a bright green. Now I also brought Howdy Doody along with Psy grenades, Chem grenades, and well, that's true also. What am I gonna live with more? Smoke? His smoke? Which means then I could also give smoke to Howdy Doody. Because he doesn't have quite the same level of Mimic Beaconness that we could do. So, you know, that's something to consider and think about before we're done and make any adjustments. But I'm hard pressed to. I'm trying to think of what would give me the best value. Smoke, you know, I end up using it all up usually anyway on a mission, so it's hard for me to give up the smoke. But I get what you're saying about wearing the Psy suit and getting having all that will. But I haven't always been impressed with that Mimic Beacon, but it's on considerably lower willed people that I've been less than impressed with its usage. I also feel like, would I have enough? And these are all the things going through my mind. Is the 2 battle scanners that I have enough for this mission, or would I rather have more? And if I didn't take these, what would I replace it with? Yes, well, I'd have to do smoke here then. There's the Mimic Beacon. I'd have to do smoke. That would cover my smoke, and it is dense smoke. So technically we could. I'm just not 100% if the Mimic Beacon's the answer. Of course, there's 3 of them too, so you can really get a good feel for if they're worth it or not. Could work, except I'm giving up 3 battle scanners to look ahead down difficult passages. So, because sometimes knowing what's up ahead is very valuable. But let's try this. let's try this. I've never not been one to try out suggestions, try out different builds for people, yada yada yada. It's what helps me learn things too. Sometimes if I keep to what I'm used to, I don't get to learn and try other things. So let's call this a learning test, a learning experience. Mimic beacons on one of my, he might be my only high will guy that has will this high that's left anymore. So this might be a good time to test that out. And let's hope we don't have all mechanical enemies from here on out. So we don't get to test it that much, because it's not gonna do a bit of good against them. So yeah, that's how we're decked out, and I don't think it's bad. I really don't. I think we got a solid team. For all that we've gone through, Papa Bear, Shakti Rockets, is the one that has the Corsair armor. So, you know, it does help defense in this way, but it doesn't provide a lot of hit points armor this way. So, it's just going to have to do. And Rocketeer with Javelin is not required to be up front. So I think we can get away with that. And then hopefully we can get away with the Aurora armor. Those are the two pieces of armor we're carrying about that do not give us the best armor protection. And that's all we got to keep in mind and worry about. Other than that, unless anybody sees something else, we need to just go. We need to just go. Nothing else is jumping out at me. We do have arc thrower, so we have, you know, capture is always possible in the right situation, because I got one on Karma Suture, I got one on Howdy Doody, and hopefully we can make it happen. So cross your fingers, everybody. Let's launch this baby and get down there. So I think it's been alternating between the two different kinds of starting bases. We've had the center one twice now, according to my recollection, and the sideway one once. So I'm assuming if it keeps alternating, we'll get the sideway one. And indeed, that's how I came up figuring out, yeah, this must be our, this must be our fourth ABA then. That's how I did the math in my head. I did not go back through our streams and count them. But there we go. Let's do it. Like you said at one point, Nightmare, if we do finish this and are successful with this ABA,
touching down,
we will, in my book, have climbed back into it. So we shall see. The big hurdle is finishing successfully, so let's find out. Defiant
Thanks to Dr. Valen's research
days,
and some
it
clever
is
developments
indeed.
done in engineering, this skeleton key should allow you to breach the alien compound. We've only got one chance to make this work, though, so let's make sure we do it right.
Okay, so it has kind of a different room structure right up at the beginning. We got a couple doors here, and then another second set of doors here. The upper area that ramps up in the middle is behind the first set of doors instead of in the other one where it's in kind of, no, it's just different. It's just different. So we'll see how it works for us. And then there's a little left swing over here apparently at the end. So gotta remember, we've only seen this map once, so let's get down there and learn it yet again. Operation Defiant Days. And now the forgetful Valen and Bradford get to tell us about what they see when we get down here. Hey, Carlos! Good to see ya. Aturdimiento desafiante.
God only knows what they're doing to these people.
I tried to not...
All the more reason to blow them to hell.
Get moving.
You're in the purple YouTube. Yeah, I know.
So far,
I
we don't
noticed.
have
You're
visual
over on the other
confirmation on the
side,
hostiles.
which is
Wouldn't
fine.
get too comfortable though. We're expecting heavy resistance.
Okay, so we are
They're
not
probably
over
moving
on the
into position
side.
as we speak.
We have a little jog off to the side there where enemies could be. And we have a little jog off to the side here where enemies could be. Fortunately, for the very beginning start, we do have a motion tracker available. And I didn't reset my Q&E spinning keys. So the reverse of what I normally have them set. I have you know, I'm glad I came in here earlier today and did the choosing of the team earlier today, early enough. I don't know what happened. I had to reload my texture mod for the armor. All the other settings for the mods had reset, and then this is one I just realized I missed. Because when you're not on a battlefield, you don't really spin the map. So I'm left-handed, and I always end up reversing the Q&Es from what most games set them at, because my brain thinks backwards. I'm left-handed. I like it to rotate differently. And that's just me. So don't be surprised if there's a lot of extra spinning around. As I get used to this until I can fix it again. All right, where is Rickroll? Howdy doody, no, there's Rickroll. So let's pop. Yeah, I could really get you all dizzy if you want it. Yeah, good music, there we go. Motion tracker, anything close by? Usually, quite often, there is something in this first room, or visible from this first motion tracker, almost always. Oh my god, there's two! The two battle scanners I have are gonna get used right away, because, oh my god. Well, I can go up this side. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and there's 1, 2, 3 there. Yeah, I got 6 here, 6 there. Which one do we want to deal with first is going to be the big question. And will any of them be moving? And we're down in here in this sunken hellhole of a place. I can pick a side, and what'll make it dastardly revolting is if one of these two pods is a moving pod, and therefore I have to deal with 2 pods right off the bat. That would be nasty.
What's up, Doc?
So we could be in for some trouble. Hey, Glazer, good to see you. See, Carlos is over there, and Gleaser is over here. They're both in the places we're not used to seeing them all the time. What can I say? And Gleaser's doing his best once again. Gleaser is doing his best once again. So you guys tell me, we got a pod probably right there, down below. And we got a pod probably, my best guess, right in the corner over here. Yeah, it seems far enough over. Maybe it could be there. Maybe it's off here. That's my best guess. Yeah, not what we need on the first turn. Not at all. And Glazer's back in his normal place that we find him. So maybe what I gotta do is commit everybody over here. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, everybody. Eeny, meeny, meeny, miny, mo. And Gleaser has blessed us with double 80 vibes. So we can blame Gleaser, not me. Carlos does his best to lower it, but it's over 50%. So it's on me to overcome this. We must. We will overcome. We will overcome. So I think I'm gonna move Rickroll over here a little bit. and throw the battle scanner here. And we're going to cross our fingers and hope that this pod stays down below. Because since this pod is probably up high, there's nothing that says if I work this way, we're probably, if it's over where I think, we're probably also safe coming over this way. But either way, once we come up, I just don't know. You know that I make mistakes? What are you talking about? I'm strategically sound. There we go. Stormaris tries to restore balance to the world. Go left, my friend. Go left. That's what we're gonna play. We're gonna go left. I'm gonna come. Well, you know, I always say when I don't know what to do, I tend to go left just because I'm left-handed. We'll see if it pays off today. In general, we've gotten this far following my little silly left-right rule. And we'll see if it works for us today. I don't have confidence, though, because these are 2 pods of 6, and we know what the pods often consist of early on. They aren't necessarily fun. Yeah, what could possibly go wrong? No army has ever suffered from a 2-front war. No. I think we're gonna find out what one of them are. Battle scanners are gonna be used up. Battle scanners will be used up today. We're gonna place it right here, just in case it's down here. I'll not hide it behind the low railing. We'll put it here. That should show us everything. This should be over there. Let's go find out.
Сканер готов.
Okay, a lot of green. A little green muton pod. And one of them is probably bigger than the other. He looks... maybe more than one of them is bigger than the other. One of these things doesn't belong here. It's an old Sesame Street song. So which one is the big one? I don't know. These 2 in the front look big, but I don't know if that's just because they're closer to us or not. That might be a depth perception issue that I have. So I think we're going to commit. I think we're in luck because of these railings that I can safely get everybody up to this point. The bad part is you see how far they reach. And so I normally, if there wasn't a pod here, I might think about putting my Gauss machine gun over here, but I can't do that. And if and I don't even know if it would be safe based on this. If they're down here, I can't guarantee that all these walls would block. Yeah, it might. I can't guarantee that though. So, yikers. I may have to keep my LMG, say, down here and hope that they scatter so I can still get some use out of it. And then everybody else kind of gets placed on the ramp because everybody else can move. And we go from there. I also will probably have to keep my Rocketeer down here so he can be steadied, because he's not going to be able to shoot worth a darn on the ramp. So I got 2 individuals. They're going to start down below, is the way it appears. And I surely hope that this pod is not a moving pod on the very first turn. Guess we'll find out. I guess we shall find out. We'll hope, we'll cross our fingers, and we will, oh boy, will we hope. So that's the best way I can figure to play it. We definitely can fly my sniper up, say, here, except maybe I do it here, but then if this pod activates and comes at us, well, they'd have to start over here, so maybe they couldn't get to us right away. But my sniper will be vulnerable. Sorry, Emo. This is a dangerous start for a sniper. So I'm probably gonna fly you here. So let's toggle our flight. But I'm gonna need every bit of your abilities here. I'm gonna put you like not on the, yeah, right there. So if I need to land you, you're over a spot where we can land and go from there. So steady. Nice shot percentages right off the bat. You know, we can't complain. And we're gonna steady for the first shot. And then start getting people up the ramp. Because being here on the ramp should not get us seen. And we're gonna go live. The goal is to go live next turn, unless of course they don't move and this pod does. So yeah, this is just scary. This is scary. Yeah, wrong XCOM. You're always playing the wrong XCOM. I have been starting to look at the other XCOM, by the way, just in case, you know, a disaster happens. But we'll see. We'll see. Disco, you got your Gauss machine gun. I'm probably going to place you here. There's not perfect lines of sight all the way through here. There's these dang pods, but I think we have potential for vision. Or is it better to go maybe here? It's how you never know with the line of sight. Let's bring you here.
I'm on it.
Okay. And then my other suppressor is gonna come up here, and then we'd be able to at least have a shooting cover from there. So I'm gonna bring Kingpin right here. Let me just go this far to make sure we aren't seen on a blue move. I don't think they can see down here, so I think we're fine.
Moving to position.
Okay. Now my Rocketeer definitely needs to be placed properly. And he'll be shooting up, so most of those things should not be an issue with our line of sight to launch a rocket.
Siva.
So we're gonna steady you right there. We're really gonna be in trouble if this pod runs up the ramp and activates on us. That's what's gonna cause this to be a horrific start. Just thought I'd, you know, throw that out there. I'm gonna get Bulwark right here, just in case when they scatter, when we do activate them, they come forward. I'll be in hit and run range, that kind of thing. So we can put his weapon to good use. Yeah, we might have been able to grapple over here, but then once they scatter, I'd have no cover, and that kind of sucks. We could have grappled over here, but then it starts putting us at the reach of, you know, making the reach of the rocket iffy. So, yeah, we could come here, but then yeah, you know what I mean. So I'm coming here. That shouldn't activate because we're down the ramp with a railing right in front of us. So it should not, I repeat, should not activate.
Verstanden, Commander.
Yeah, his head sticks up, but yeah, it doesn't count as an activation. I was pretty sure of Nightmare. I was pretty sure of that mechanic. To be quite honest, I was pretty sure of that mechanic. I think I'm gonna bring Howdy Doody will go right here. And then it's 3 wide, so what I'll probably do is bring my other guys over to the more on the other side that I want to get up there. That Rickroll can't move, so it's only the 2 mechs on the other side. So the 2 mechs will not go up to the top, just in case their height activates. We'll keep the mechs at the lower 2, and that's the way we're gonna set up.
Sure.
And then will to kill. Oops, there, I'm spinning the wrong way. We're gonna get you right here.
Je me dirige vers la position.
Yeah, you do that with that position thing you just said in a language I don't know. And then, let's go over here. And that looks like that's going to be about it, other than Karma Suture. And like I said, yeah, the mechs are from France, I know. I still like my mechs, even though they speak French. That's horrible. No offense, please. I know we have French viewers too. I'm not trying to be silly and mean or anything like that. I think I'll bring Karma Suture here, just so in case they are able to scatter down here. And once again, I'm assuming also that this pod is not going to become an issue, because, oh my god, if they are. Oh my god, if they are. This is going to be one ugly mess.
Yeah.
Alright,
They
Overwatch.
shall kneel before the doctor.
Overwatch.
Commandant.
Overwatch. What the hell? No, keep the big gun. I'll still let you Overwatch.
Okay, boss.
Not that anything would be within range. Oh, and by the way, I gave Heinzel Montaraz the two plasma storm guns were handed out. He's carrying the plasma rifle, by the way. No IKEA mechs, no. There's actual shade. You know, and my only French is from the song Voulez-vous coucher avec moi? C'est soi. Whether I even said that very well, I don't know, but that's the limit of my French. Besides the occasional bonsoir, oui, no. Little phrases you hear in the movies kind of stuff. Okay, here we go. This is my last one, and then we're committed. Cross your fingers. I want everybody going like this. We need the... I guess...
What's up, Doc?
Dave Ingraham! The fly on the wall has returned, and it's a difficult situation. Just because if I go here, you will now see what we see. We see a pod of 6. We don't know what this pod is, and we are praying that this pod over here stays hidden and quiet over here and does not move up to join the battle. That's all we can hope. It is all that we can hope. So everybody, cross your fingers, and we'll see if it works. All right, here we go. Overwatch.
You keep coming, I'll keep killing.
I'm nervous. No. And we're hearing a cyber disc. Sectopod mechtoids. More than one. Bloaters. And this pod didn't venture up. Do we see anything through the doors? No. Okay. Let's see if I want to fire a rocket. Okay, so let's face it. I'm not going to have a... I cannot... there will be no rocket opening, my friends. The good thing is if they do scatter over here, we can blast their cover. That's the good thing we have going for us. So, therefore, who would like to open versus these guys? Who shall be the opener? Let's see. Well, we could always do a sniper opening. And if we go for a flank guy, maybe we get lucky with the crit, and we lower that down to a pot of 5. And then based on their scatter, yeah, lead the target. I think you've played that game too much, Carlos. You're remembering all the perks. Let's see. Well, now. Yes, again. Yeah, I think this is the best way to start, because everybody else is then mobile and will react based on how they move. So this is the way we're starting. Let's get a crit. Let's just start it off on the right note, Emo. And we didn't get the crit. Did not get a crit. So what I am going to do now is and let's before I do that, I want to see if my suppressor, my long-range suppressor, can see anybody. 1. So I am going to take my rocket and destroy that cover over there. That seems to be the best move for us. If I can find that spot, that magical spot that we know exists. There we go. And what? No, it says blocked. There is a way to get our rocket through there, my friends. I thought there was one that got up here and got both of them. There I'm seeing all the walls going down. That's the spot I remembered seeing. So let's see what kind of cover we can destroy and open up some hit and run potential shots against these mutons.
Razzo lanciato.
Okay. Okay, so we're not gonna run. Well, we'll hold off. That's will to kill, first of all. It's not bulwark, but bulwark would if we get down to the point where it's safe, because you know there's a couple guys in the hallway. So it's probably not gonna be safe, but he could run a little farther for that. So I guess the first thing we got to do, and then I'm gonna have a suppressor that can come here. And whomever we do not kill, we will be able to suppress with him. So, or at least of these 4. So the big thing is, let's get our shooters up there. You would be able to come up here to shoot. Well, actually, this might be the time for you to holo target these 2, get the first hits on them, and do something like that. We also have Emo, but I'm going to probably save his shot for somebody in cover. what I'm really shocked in is why does... Oh, that's Rick Hunter. That's why. I only see one with Rickroll. I'd like to at least get Rickroll into cover. There, you can see him from here. You can see both the stand-up guys from here. Let's holo target them.
Я обо всем позабочусь.
Let's start with this one. Okay. Now, since you really don't have many suppression options... Oh, that's this guy. I was thinking you saw the other guy. That's why I shot there first. Oh, well, let's holo target the other guy now. And we kill him. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Gauss machine gun now has nothing to do. Okay. That wasn't ideal, but it is what it is. I'm thinking, let's come forward. Now there are two back here, so depending on how far I push forward, we're gonna be seen by those guys too. They're probably right.
What's up, Doc?
Yeah, I think they're right on either side of the door, based on the lines that we're seeing there. So just coming up here a little bit, we're gonna see them. So I see. Yeah, we were Rickrolled. Very good. He's sitting down here. Disco's going, God damn it. God damn it. I gotta run around with this heavy gun again, hoping I get a shot again. Oh, man. Well, the first thing I'm gonna do is get you positioned, because you need a position, and that's about the only thing you can reach at the moment, and it's going to be as good as, you know, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. It's as good as the others that you can get. So let's bring you up here.
Aye, aye.
Well, it looks like we found where they've been
Thank you,
taking the
Valen.
abductees.
Valen said, I think I need to jump in and break the ice right about
What the
now.
purpose of all this is.
What's up, Doc?
Captain Timo! Yeah. Yeah, the campaign never ends, and we're doing another alien base assault. This is our fourth. This is our frickin' fourth one. And it's an awkward start because there's also a pot of 6-somethings over here that so far, did you hear me? I'm knocking wood. Hasn't activated. Now, howdy doody. Unfortunately, because I gave you a heavy gun because we didn't have another plasma storm gun. I'm used to you being more mobile. You can't make it to cover and be able to do something, so I might be able to bring you, say, here, which is not usually in anybody's line of sight, because, you know, he can't see anybody either. So you should at least hopefully be able to then come up there and throw a side grenade maybe to keep their aim for anyone who survives. So let's get up here. I'm going to bring my 2 mechs up, and we're going to concentrate on, I may do collateral damage here because these doors do not destroy. I mean, at best, if you're lucky, it gets their cover to half cover, but these are destructible, those are not. So we will focus on the destructible things. So Kibo, let's go to Kibo. And because they're on that ramp, it's harder to pick them up, so I'll just use the tab method. And then I'm also thinking we can also, I'm not going to go so far forward. I'm going to come, say, about here, so the smoke will cover multiple individuals. Well, we're gonna come here. And Kibo, I truly am. Yeah, I just think it's best for you to... Collateral damage can get rid of this. A grenade doesn't do as much cover destruction, but it injures more of them. And hopefully we'll get rid of the wall. So let's just do a multi-damage this way as opposed to the collateral damage. Okay, and like we could see through to them, but it's still freaking full cover. So it did I didn't think it would blow away that cover like it did, but it did. And now everybody is feeling exposed. So we will now come over here to will to kill. And we'll just bring you about the same distance also, because you'll be able to see all those guys standing in the open and shoot twice at them.
Je bouge.
They got some defensive perks, my friend. They got a few defensive perks. So what I'm gonna shoot next is your second shot. And we're gonna shoot the guy that has the most health. He has 19, the other guy has 18, so we're gonna shoot the guy with 19 health. He's their leader. He has the most hit points of all of them. So we're gonna focus on him first. Did not get the crit, but it's a solid hit, 16 damage. Now, who do we got left? You will only get a single shot. Unfortunately, you still don't see anybody. So I'm running out of shots. Mutons will be left standing. Mutons will be left standing. Yeah, and I don't know that, well, we actually could bring you, we could bring Bungert here to maybe do a pistol on the guy with the least amount of health. You'll get a hit and run. So you have the heavy hitting gun. They're not unfortunately shredded, so it may take 2 hits to kill him. We could then kill him, and then you would have a chance, no double tap because you moved, you would have a chance to kill him, leaving the 2 in the back with no way to constrain them. So that's just the way it's going to be. So will to kill, wear this guy down, can ya? 68% crit, that sure would be nice. But first of all, with only 74% to hit, let's concentrate on that first. And he delivered.
Ennemi neutralisé.
He is neutralized. How's my translation of French? Anybody speak French? It's nice when languages have similar words based on Latin roots, so you can semi-understand what they're talking about. Now we're going to find out here. Oh, or maybe we won't. I could run and gun to say cover and would probably be a pretty damn good shot at that range. Then we kill the leader. In fact, let's find out if he is the leader, as a matter of fact. Yeah, Muton Grenadier. He of all of them is probably the leader. Usually that's how you can tell, is from the hit points, who the leader is. Now, and we also got a sentry back there. So he's got suppression covering fire. So we might see if we can get lucky about killing others. So let's do a hit and run to here. I'm run and gun to here. Yeah, English is a melting pot of words from everybody, but then every language steals words. Nah, steal's a bad word, but you know what I mean. Every borrows is maybe the better way to put it. Every language borrows words from others. Just in Polish that I'm learning, they didn't have a word for the weekend. It wasn't a concept for them. So their word for weekend? A weekend! Spelled with a W. Normally their W's are a V sound, like, you know, German. But it said weekend. It's just a pure borrowing of a word for something they didn't have a concept of in their language. So. Yeah, I better hit run and gun, or we're gonna be flapping in the wind there.
Renne mit tödlicher Geschwindigkeit.
Ja, Geschwindigkeit, ja. Finnish doesn't even have third person. Now, that's my kind of language, to be quite honest. Okay, now this is a chance to hit that I like. Now, you know, and if I could have done close encounters with run and gun, it just doesn't work. I would have run up in between these guys and gone blam blam with close encounters or that kind of a thing. But let's just lower their count in overkill fashion. I can't quite get up here to cover, so I'm probably going to run you here, howdy doody, and more than likely, because you won't be able to throw it over the thing now, but more than likely you'll be able to reach potential flashbang from this spot, I'm thinking. Oh, once again, you really don't see him, do you? Okay, you really don't see him, do you? Part of me wants to suppress this guy, but I guess the flashbang I'll have to do. So let's take our best shot here. There's still not a guarantee we kill this guy. I love the crit. Don't like to aim. There's three.
No way that just
Three
happened.
left. Three left. Don't like it. So, howdy doody, I'm bringing you here, and I'm hoping you have an angle to
I'm on my
throw
way.
that weapon. Yes. Getting done what I was hoping you'd get done. Right here. So if they're going to shoot at us, maybe they'll be less good at it. Less better at it. Oh! You know what I can do? I can do this. Well, Bulwark, you are, you know, you got some stuff on you to hopefully stand up to a hit. So I'm going to throw a smoke grenade and then try that 67% shot against the guy in the open. Yeah, I'm not going to kill him with these other things, although side panic. Yeah, but if I hit him with the plasma storm gun, I'll also kill him. And it's a few percent better. So let's just do it. Okay, and then there were two. Oh, and I forgot! Will to Kill has one more shot. What is going on here? Okay. that's a horrible to hit because they're in full cover. But if I did one for all, no, because that's a horrible place to put a proximity mine. I was hoping it'd be a little closer. They can't come out closer to shoot us, but they're already in full cover, so they'd have no incentive. So we're just going to take a low percentage shot and cross our fingers. Cross our fingers. And if we're going to hit, we might as well kill one. So, you know, odds are we won't hit. But if I hit this guy, there's no guarantee I kill him. No, it says I would, though. You know, it says I would, and he is the sentry. So, thank you for another low vibe. I appreciate it. We're going to go for the low... Following a low vibe, we're going to see if we can hit on an amazing 39% shot. Oh, wow. The vibometer is not a perfect measurement. You know, Disco, just to get you up here, you're out of their range, and I'm assuming they will not push forward because they have a target that's closer. I'm going to get you up here just so we can get use out of you. I'm crossing my fingers and hoping that I'm not making a silly mistake, but you feel semi-useless down there. Anyone got an opinion about this wild move? Because I'm kind of thinking, why would they move forward when they've got that shot, although in dense smoke? Why would they do that? Leave their full cover for no cover. You know, if I was an AI thinking about this situation, I don't know that I would leave. Yeah, but it's not like it's great lines of sight. It'd be better to get up here to be able to suppress them later, I'm thinking. We'd have better lines to suppress even over there because we have extra range. You know what I'm saying? That's my thinking. I'm not guaranteed unless they come to an edge, which on a first move, if they're moving, there's no guarantee they get that far anyway. I wouldn't have lines of sight anyway. So I'm gonna take the risk. Yeah, I know what you're saying, but I'm also not guaranteed with the sight lines. You know how frustrated I was just with this sight line. I need to get up where I have sight lines. It's dangerous. It's kind of a dangerous move. I mean, let's face it. But I'm hoping that the plethora of closer targets and the lack of cover to move out to reach them is going to prevent that from happening. That's my guess. That's my assessment. And therefore, all right, I need you up here. Don't move. Do not run towards us. And there's, you know, we got that nasty cyber disc that we meet up with on this mission. I'm guessing, I think they'll stand and shoot. That's why I did that. Okay, or they run away. Stupidly, because they're... Well, that was brilliant. That was brilliant. That was brilliant. Oh my God. Not in a million years did I think they would do that. They were running away going, let's get out of here. Oh, I'm dizzy. I'm flashbanged. It's because of that side grenade that we threw on them. Yeah, that made them think they could run away, but they forgot, oh yeah. Yeah, they're luring me into a trap, which is why I'm only going to go this far forward, because I know you don't see anything else, and so therefore this is safe, and I can get a hit and run.
Je suis en
Then if I need help, we'll get help. Once again, it's only 74 fudge cake. And will to kill missed. Can we
réalignement
not
du
miss two
réticule.
74s in a row here, my friend? Yeah, there we go.
Je vais être à ça, je m'en suis occupé.
Then we shall. We also got Rickroll, but I don't know that Rickroll's extra distance will let him shoot that far. But let's bring him up here and find out. No, we're just out of range. I had a feeling we were just not quite in range. But fortunately, we have Kibo. Kibo will come here. He'll only get a single shot at 70 whatever percent. And he won't get a second try. Now I could always 2 shots at 56, which I think, as much as I hate to admit it, is probably the mathematically better way to go. It's just at a 56% shot. There's nothing sexy about it. And we've easily missed 2 50% shots in a row, and that's always in the back of your head, not the math. But I'm gonna let the math play out on this one. That wasn't good. That part of it was good. Math. What do you know? Math. So, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna move you over here a little bit, my friend. So, we're gonna start moving towards this pod now before we do anything forward. It's still a pretty high percent to miss both, and I know that's a high possibility, but compared to the 71%, I think we had a better than, I'm thinking, we had a better than 71% chance to hit on at least one of them. Does that make sense? Yeah, I don't know. I don't think the nades would have reached quite that far. You don't want me to fly anymore? You don't want me to fly off the edge? No, I think we're over this point, so we can land. See, we're okay. I'm not going to fly anymore. We're going to reload, actually. Yeah, 80%. So it's a 10% better chance, more basically, to do the rapid fire.
Locked and loaded.
And I hate doing the math, just like as I hinted on my thumbnail, I hate the counting part. Maths are not the thing that I get a kick out of doing, but you know, I always did okay in math, but once you got up past, you know, when I started going calculus and all that stuff, I was like, am I really gonna use this? I know I don't want a job where I have to use it because I don't enjoy it. You know, that kind of a thing. I guess maybe with you, since you gotta be close. But how many shots do you have left in there? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I don't have to reload. I'd rather get you close. That's where you have strength. We could be seen from anybody that climbs up to these high points here, but we're not aware of anything like that. So yeah, I'm gonna come here. We don't know what we're dealing with down below yet. I'm probably gonna need a battle to use both my battle scanners. They're gonna be wasted and used up. But oh well, it is what it is, like we said. Or I just do the same thing over here. Get everybody on the ramp and then explode up and deal with them. Explode up first with, say, the LMG to here, because with these walls we may not see what's down there. If I position the LMG here, then we may have some shots. as they scatter and try coming up the ramp at us, or if they're flying targets like floaters, then we'll have shots for sure. So yeah, why don't I guess we're gonna play coming back this way, and I'm gonna come here to reload you just because these guys can't join us. They're used up for this turn, so we might as well come here and reload.
Nachgeladen.
And then start working the other way.
Okay.
Karma Suture. Let's see. Yeah, now's not the time to push our luck. What I will do is bring our Rocketeer here.
Posizione confermata. È ora di ammazzare
Oh!
questo stronzo.
How did you see over there? We got mechtoids. Or a mechtoid. Well, I don't know how you saw, but we are now live. Because something was up here, I think. And that angle was not below this wall. If I had moved right there, I would not have been seen. Okay, so the rocket, since it's a mechtoid way down there, we're coming up here so we can at least be in position for a rocket. Not thrilled with that cover. Is what it is. We'll come here and shoot at a drone. Okay, now I don't see that drone. How? Come on, he's in the air. How do I not see that drone? You've got to be frickin' kidding me. All I wanted you to do was shoot the drone. Oh, now you see him. Oh, how? You only had one move left? How did I move? I double moved you. That's why. Or he shot once. That's why. He already had shot once. Oh, I'm not paying attention. This is bad news for this game. So, doesn't pay to come over this way. What is my best play? I'm gonna come here because I need to be closer to have a chance to suppress.
Time to motor.
I'm putting, you're giving me credit for 2 brain cells right now. Thank you. Yeah, the mobility is not our strength on this team. Not in the least. You guys are done. They're too far away. So I might as well get you a little closer, especially if that mech comes up the hill. And they're going to be able to shoot a little bit at us. Yes, they are. So this is going to be a very dangerous turn, my friends. A very dangerous turn. Who needs smoke the most? Multi-level smoke is not something that's much of a thing, so let's do this.
What's up, Doc?
What's up is a very awkward situation right now. That's what's up, Doc. That's what's up. A Colossus this run? I don't, have we, is one of the very, which, I don't know if I recall that description on an enemy. But if we haven't, if we have not seen a Colossus. Odds are we will soon. So the other one I'm going to cover with smoke is here, because if that Mechtoid runs up the ramp, we're in trouble. We're in trouble. But you're also in trouble, Karma Suture, if it runs up the ramp. We're just in trouble. I have too many open people that I can't cover. Let's just hope he don't see you, because your health is about as good as his health. Yikes.
This will do nicely.
Who's left? Who's left? There we go. Now they're moving. Drones being drones. Ouch. 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 A lot of nasty sounding enemies out there. Here he comes. Here he comes. No, don't hit. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. We survived. We did get hit, but we survived. And he shot twice, so there's no Overwatch either. However, I will not be able to get a line on the guy providing the shield, so therefore we're gonna have to get rid of the shield this way. Maybe. But there, I hear other stomping enemies. I hear other Mechtoid, Cephalopods, Cyber Discs. Maybe I have somebody who can shred the guy like this. And shred him that way. And that way I can save the shredder rocket. Since there's so many mechanical enemies we're hearing right now. In case we get a scarier one, let's at least find out. He's just a Mechtoid. He's not a bad Mechtoid or anything. Like a Colossus. So let's shred this way.
Don't make me shoot.
So at least he's shredded. That's your only shot. I can try moving you, but odds are that ain't gonna help nothing. Let's just take a couple shots. Okay, let's take one shot. Now. Oh man, we gotta reload. Gots to reload. Well, I guess our hit and run dudes are gonna take one shot and reload, and with him suppressed, hope we survive. So that's hollow. Well, he is hollow targeted from the suppression, so I don't need to have you shoot that guy. The problem is that guy's not much better. Think it through. Think it through. Come on. You can do it. Think it through. So the command might be better for us. Whereas I come over here, shoot my shot, and then command for a second shot, so at least I get good hard-hitting shots. Just trying to think who, how, where, what. Bungert over here. See, I don't know that you have anything good to toss over there. I mean, we have flashbang's not going to be a huge help. We got more smoke and we got a chem grenade, so that you don't have a lot that you can do other than shoot, and you can't get into a shooting position right now. We do not have the A+ mobility squad today. So Servando, good to see you in here, my friend. We have a good joke about the armor I equipped you with today, by the way. Servando, as you came in here, so unless we get a good shot at you down here, you're wearing the well, we'll wait till we see if we get a good look at you. It won't mean much until you see yourself. Okay, maybe it's been said before already and I just don't remember in prior streams, but I thought it was damn funny. Let's do this, then we'll decide if I want to do a command for a reload or not.
Je n'ai plus de munitions.
We will reload.
Mettez-vous à couvert ici.
Then we'll decide if I want a command to give you another shot. But probably not. Who's left with shots? Maybe I want to take this guy out. Since I'm not going to kill this turn, why take away that when there's two other sectoids down the hill, or at least one other sectoid down the hill? Let's see, we've seen 2 drones, a mechtoid, so there's probably 3 sectoids down. Well, you know, I do have a magic button that tells me these things. So yeah, there's 2 more sectoids down the hill. We killed one of the drones. Okay. So I'm thinking, well, we also would then have double tap from our sniper. So before I choose all these things, let's hold on a sec. Look at that armor. So I'm thinking, let's keep the armor there and work on him next time. He's suppressed at the moment. Regular mechtoid, yeah, there's a chance he runs it. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of the sectoid. Okay. And it's not showing my ammo. I missed that part of the upgrade. So I gotta estimate. I don't have my little cheat. Oh, there it is. I have a different UI element for it. I say I told you I had to reset the mods. So I have 3 shots left. So collateral uses a couple of them. I'd still have a shot. Sniper can then finish that off. Only 68? The cover's gone? Holy moly. You have 2 shots again. Let's get holo targeting on this guy. Okay, so much for that. I guess I should wear the guy down, but all they're gonna do is put on another shield that I gotta fight through, so I'm kind of thinking let's leave them. Let's get reloaded and go all out next time. Is that a viable strategy? It's the strategy we're using It's the strategy. Yeah, he's been Rick-rolling a lot today, hasn't he? He's been rolling them down what I least expected. I guess just in case we'll do the disabling shot. It just means I won't have double tap anyway if I don't use it. So let's disable him.
Take a chill pool.
He'll have to reload. I'm bringing Bungert here. To get close enough where he can come up and maybe do something next turn. Howdy Doody is gonna hide.
Sure.
And none of these other things really are critical. I think I bring my medic over here now, so he's harder to target.
What's up, Doc?
I don't know. I'm trying to feel my way through this ADA. Whoever, Jormulin, how you doing? Oh, you see a lot of green bodies over here. We got through a pod of 6 mutons to open up, and then I accidentally, thinking I was on the ramp and couldn't be seen, but we had a high enough drone that I activated this pod in an awkward fashion. But this is what's left. 2 sectoids, a drone, and then the nectoid that we see. We have him suppressed. We got a disabling shot on him, so I'm hoping we'll have a moment to recover. So therefore, let's bring you over here, Karma Suture.
I'm on my way!
He's on his way! And I don't know if I can zoom in down there close enough, but the psi armor, if he'd stand up and not hide behind his gun, he's self-conscious right now, so he's hiding behind his gun, Servando. His armor, when you look at it, we'll give you a look at some point. Looks like he's wearing a sports bra, as someone who I won't mention pointed out to everybody. Made me laugh. Made me laugh. I don't think now's the time for a mimic beacon. Seems early for a telekinetic field with him not having ammo. We could have some sectoids come up and try some shenanigans with us, but I think I'm just going to hunker you down. And I don't see a need for a rocket. Oh, the disabling shot took away his armor, so these dudes are probably gonna give him armor back. Doggone it. We're close enough where I don't need to be steadied. I'm trying to see if this is the right situation for a rocket. So I may just hunker. I could take a shot and not hunker. Since he's disabled, then I gotta worry about sectoids coming up and taking a pot shot at you because you don't have much armor. There's a drone that could heal it, which would kind of not make sense. So we're just gonna, you know, if he gets a heal, it's for 1 tick. I'm gonna hunker you and play it safe. And howdy doody. You're just gonna hang in there, my bud. You're just gonna hang in there too. I will do a mind merge. No, I hunkered him down. We'll save the mind merge. Because that guy's got to reload anyway. Okay, we're done. There's this new shield. We knew that was coming. Then he's gonna get those 2 heals. Then we're back where we started. Cyberdisc doesn't sound far away. None of those enemies sound far away. He's running. That's interesting. So we get a free shot to get through his armor, but he shouldn't be able to shoot, right? Okay, I almost was going, he better not be able to shoot. Okay. Well, my friends, that means I can partake in this weapon to shred. So you'll be our new shredder as we try to work through this armor again.
Aye, Commander.
Scary, 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 scary. Now we have double tap. Now I'm gonna take the double tap and try to get rid of that armor. See if you can, one more shot, eliminate that armor. That is your job, Disco. Armor has been eliminated, and he's shredded. So, we now come over here. Oh, we don't even have to move. We get 2 shots this time on somebody who's shredded. $18 is nice. I know 8% crit. Expecting that is unrealistic, but come on, let's get it. Damn. That's mighty fine. I think we're taking down the mechtoid. Slight sigh of relief, my friend. Just a slight sigh of relief coming from Zigzag. Yeah, he's not like a Cyberdisc that explodes, he falls backwards, and of course destroys cover. You might be seen now. We'll have to fix that situation. And I think what I'll do, let's look at my sniper. I'm gonna give you a shot. You'll still have 1 shot because we'll have the sectoids to deal with. Who's better to take this final shot? You know, Rickroll, I think I'm coming back to you because I'll have our sniper reload, and you still have ammo. You'll still have 2 shots. Let's get them hollowed. Thank you for understanding, commanders. Let's do the hollow command. Yeah, this is just the first room too. I'm gonna come over here and reload. Yeah. One for all. Reload. That'll allow me to reload my sniper.
I'm ready.
Boom, Gert. Yeah, we'll just bring you here. Sectoids will be charging soon. Maybe they won't mind fray you, so you can do something for us. I'm thinking, let's come down here and get you healed.
All right. I said take your medicine.
And then, how many pods? I'm not exactly sure, but we're looking at just over 50 enemies. 50, so I guess we're 20% of the way through. And you're hearing more stomping, so sectopods, mechtoids, cyber discs, floaters. Isn't that what we've heard pretty much so far? So these are not easy pods, as we know. The last time we did an ABA, although I haven't posted it yet officially, you know, like on a YouTube short or anything, Gleaser, but Gleaser made the wonderful clip of me and my best imitation of the no cat. I think I'm gonna steady just in case. And howdy doody, we're just gonna keep you right there.
You keep coming, I'll keep killing.
2 cyber discs. Sectoids, well, we know about them. There's 1 stomper. There's the floaters. More mutons, but there's always a guaranteed muton elite leading a pod too, and usually that double move for them. No, one of them gets to shoot.
Sitz hier fest.
One of them gets to shoot. Poor placement by the sectoids. They can get flanked by me. But rather than push forward more than I have to there, although, you know, we don't have good vision everywhere, let's come here for the flank. Or, just so we don't have to push forward, we've reloaded. We'll do this favorite act of ours. And here we go.
Nailed him.
Nailed him. That wasn't a very good accent, but you know, I tried.
See you in hell.
Alright, my friends. Our first 2 pods have been dealt with. And I guess we're gonna push forward on this side just because that, well, it really does not matter because this is still counting as full cover. Let's get everybody reloaded.
Je vous couvre d'ici.
That can, that hasn't shot.
Munitions en place.
Bacchanale. Moving. Lock and load. Good to go. Back in.
And yeah, we'll just kind of leave you there.
Ich kümmere mich drum.
Howdy doody.
Coming. Look out.
Just so you can feel like you're doing something. We'll bring Karma Suture a little bit over here, just so any surprises shouldn't get line of sight, and we'll get you reloaded.
Medicine for the patients.
And Karma Suture did get that 1 kill. He's got a kill already, Servando, just so you know. And I'll steady. Just in case something decides to come through one of those doors. Yeah, I think he hit on his. He killed one of the mutons. This is back when he was over here. And that 1 muton that was over here, I think it was a 67%er. That was a kill shot, wasn't it? Or did somebody else kill him? I'm pretty sure he got that kill. He threw, I had him throw the smoke first for the other 2 that ended up running away in a dastardly brilliant move. They said, let's get out of here. And then as they're running, they're going, oh, we forgot. We're side grenaded, flashbanged. And they ended up only running far enough to be easily flanked by Will to Kill. And they both died. So it was kind of funny. It was kind of fun. Why aren't my legs working? They moved maybe 4 tiles per turn. It couldn't get far enough away from us. So I gotta figure out, do we move up left? Do we move up right? Isn't there another? Maybe there's not enough. Oh yeah, there is a set of doors here, isn't there? So we have this outer room first. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna come here on a blue move. See if this side is clear. If it's not clear, I retreat. And we start setting up to have whoever it is come to us. If it is clear, we all start coming over here, getting ready to push up this way. That's what I'm gonna try. Is that a good plan? I don't know. But I do have a ready sniper who probably needs to reload. There may be some reloads. Let me just check. Yeah, let's reload a sniper. Let's just be ready, because if we pull multiples and all that good stuff. In fact, let's get everybody over to this side. You know, start working on this stuff. We can get you up, ready to suppress.
Location confirmed.
Rickroll. We'll get you a little farther forward. Will the kill. We'll just keep you there in Overwatch, and we'll push forward coming up. Kiryuke Commander, good to see ya. Since it's a base assault, I can't. Now they usually, they shouldn't be on yellow alert. The yellow alert isn't a thing, unless it's that one cyber disk that bugs out. But that's more on a different map, I thought. Karma Suture. Yeah, let's get you over here. Now let's see about moving over. Howdy Doody. Yeah, we're just gonna shift everybody over. And then I gotta get my Leal. I'm gonna bring you a little farther forward. There's not much cover for suppressors and all. I think I just keep you there for now.
Safety's off.
Yeah, we get you reloaded. Yeah, we gotta be ready. Yeah, they do have the guaranteed dreadnought, and it comes in a smaller pod too. It only usually shows up with the dreadnought and just two drones. So it's really easy to tell when you find that one. I guess we'll get our Rocketeer over this way. Not quite set up, but over there. You know, you kind of got to pick a door. I think it's not good strategy necessarily to split up half the team here, because it's too hard to support and cover. Kind of, sort of.
Scan en cours.
Okay, here we go. Okay, we get our first sound cue, so they're actually kind of close towards the center there. To actually get a sound cue, it means someone's fairly close. You know? Now I do have 1 battle scanner, 2 motion trackers, and that's it. And we just barely started. Okay. I think I'm gonna land our sniper. Although I don't know if you can. I think you're in the corner. I think I set you up so I can just land you. because if we're past this room now, flying does not guarantee cover lines of sight anymore. So, Rickroll. Take a peek through there. Rickroll can take a peek because he's got lightning reflexes.
Выполняю.
Okay, so there is a door here. And then, therefore, a door here also. So that this is like the middle room, the second chamber, technically. So, with that in mind, I'll come here next, and we'll see a little bit further.
Position confirmée.
Okay. And then we'll come here. Yeah, I'm not going to block the doorway. Not that anybody else is going to make it up that far anyway. So yeah, go ahead, block the doorway. Kibo, he's got the bigger mech suit anyway. Block the doorway. Now, let's just hold off as we get everybody else kind of moving. Come here.
I'm on it.
Yeah, we're just not gonna make it. But since nobody's there, let's get a suppressor close enough. You'd be able to get there next turn. I guess we can keep you both in cover, and you both on a double move can take the doorway.
Already there.
Next turn. And Shakti rockets. Yeah.
Ci vado ora.
They're not that close anyway, so I'm okay steadying you there. We're coming back. Howdy doody.
Oh yeah.
Let's land.
Cutting ignition.
And you're gonna be this far back anyway. Let's
On
come
my way.
here and steady. Bulwark.
Inchunda.
And Karma Suture.
Okay.
Go, 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 Power Rangers! We haven't seen. Oh, Kotzen Vodling. Is Go Go Power Rangers yours? I can't even remember anymore. I'm forgetting who has what sound. Good to see you in here, Go Go Power Ranger. He's here. I'm just gonna hunker you down. Now we'll one for all
À l'abri,
Overwatch.
ici. Je suis sur mes gardes.
Ясно. Буду начеку.
See if anybody wanders into it. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, okay. We hear more mutons. And since we got rid of a green pod of mutons, I'm guessing very well could be the Muton Elite pod. That it always ends up being a Muton Elite pod, even though I think in the wiki it says it can be a Muton Elite leader, an upgrade, you know, a high-level Muton Elite leader. Ooh. Ziggy did his best, yeah. Oh yeah, that was a nasty base defense, my friend. It was tough to lose you. Everybody on that base defense went down. It was just late game base defenses. If you can avoid them, do them. Yeah, I used up all 9 lives on one mission. Pretty nasty. I'm gonna take another peek over to this side of the room. I feel like it's worth it.
Je m'en charge, commandant.
Yeah, they're. Now we don't know if this door's open or not, but we'll hang out there. I don't know if it's wise for me to push that far ahead with my mechs yet. Not knowing, you know, because if that door is open, yeah, well, guess what? That door looks open. I can see things. So this is an open door. Enemies have been in this room. Enemies have been in this room. So, yeah, let's get Rickroll up here, or close to up here. Let's just get him up here.
Pick up.
Then let's get the suppressors both to this door.
On my way!
So I always have an option to fall
Affirmative.
back,
Moving
maybe. Bungert, let's get you over in this direction.
Bewegung, Bewegung, Bewegung!
Ja, Bewegung. Howdy doody, we need to get you up towards the front.
Yes!
I'm gonna steady a rocket, or I won't steady a rocket, but we'll have a rocket here.
Utilisez-moi comme couverture. Vigilance.
Emo. I could see Emo being perched up here. It's a little too far forward though if enemies appear in the doorway. Not so much this doorway. So we'll bring Emo forward.
Time to murder.
And Karma Suture, time for you to come forward too. Bring you here.
Yeah!
He says, yeah, they're not leaving me behind. Okay. Yeah, I lost 3 gunners. The game pulled 3 gunners on that base defense. Wasn't it 3? And so it just wasn't. Yeah, the disc sure did sound close. I have a feeling the disc is what kind of going back and forth through this room. So I'm planning to see if I can set people up behind some cover over here. There's a few positions. Like, I'll come well, let's do blue move at a time, is kind of how I feel. Yeah, let's come here. Okay, and that's as far as we'll go. Bungert. We'll come here just in case somebody decides to go, aha! And you'll be nice and close for that aha moment.
Verstanden, los geht's.
Howdy doody, having, you're not gonna get anywhere close this...
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and I'm not going to have a position in which to steady a rocket, but just having a rocket here ready to cover something if it comes through the door would be nice. It won't be nice if they come through this door. So maybe I come here instead. Whoops, I gotta reverse that for next session. Yeah, I could get a rocket over there, and it's a little safer if they come through there.
Si va.
We have good aim, so our rockets will not stray too far. Disco. I'm gonna bring Lucian down this way.
J'y suis déjà.
And we'll see if Disco can get up high to suppress from on high. I don't know if he has enough movement. Nope. So Disco can't really make it far enough.
Yes, sir.
Hong. Yeah, but you don't have a lot of range for your suppression. But if they come down there, it should be enough range, at least until we get all repositioned. And then we got our sniper.
Location confirmed.
Karma Suture. What do I want to do with Rickroll?
Вас понял. Двигаюсь к цели.
I want to get closer to embrace their pain.
There we go. Okay. Think I'm not really gonna push forward crazy yet. I'm just gonna kind of readjust a few things. And then what's gonna happen is gonna push through this door and we're gonna be shocked.
Je me dirige vers la position.
And caught out of position. All the bad things that I just said. I think I will keep my Rocketeer here though, just as a slight in case. Disco, you're finally in a position where you can suppress.
On my way!
So maybe I then use this time to bring Kingpin down. Hoping nothing comes through the door. And we bring our sniper up
Yes,
here.
Commander.
Which, like I said, it's not comforting if they push too hard through there, but at least it's high ground without using rocket fuel.
Verstanden? Sichere ab.
Howdy doody.
Okay.
And Karma Suture, I'm just gonna bring you here.
Okay.
Hunker. Steady. And then we're gonna listen close to see how close they feel. And maybe, just maybe, motion tracker is called for.
Je reste en observation.
Rickroll, we'll just keep you there. Yeah, this one, you know, they can come through it, but they'll be just as shocked as we. We heard? Okay. That was the cyber disc. Is it gonna come down and come through? Oh, this game. This game that I love so much. Why? 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 I'm gonna see if anybody's real close to the other side. Well, it's a pot of 6, so that makes me think that on the other side of our door right now, here-ish, you know, here-ish, there's no perfect way. This is where the power sources are beyond the next door. It's laid out a lot different than the no map, because there's not such a, this is not like where they can climb up high and we see over. We have to come around a narrow corner, which is very awkward. So yeah, but the disc, there is a disc that can come in a pot of 6. In fact, it can be, as we've seen, 2 discs in that pod, if that's the disc pod. That means it's not more than likely the Dreadnought or whatever the Mega level 9 disc is, because that usually only comes in a pod of 3. So we have a full pod here. And odds are, since it's kind of in the same row as we are, coming out here, it might be, we don't know because we can't move that far, it might be, you know, right there. So I'm bringing a suppressor here.
Yes, sir.
I'm bringing another suppressor here.
Understood. Moving out.
I'm gonna bring Bungert right here. Bulwark himself. Rickroll is gonna go right here.
Двигаюсь к точке.
Keep my Rocketeer steadied right here. And my mechs are gonna come right here.
Je suis en chemin.
And I think that's about as good of a setup for getting through the door as I can come up with right now. Who else do we got? Oh, Karma Suture. You know where I want you? Hiding behind some full cover out of the way, but close enough to throw smoke or run telekinetic field.
Charge!
So we're gonna steady rocket. We're gonna go one for all.
À couvert, par ici. Tout de suite.
Rickroll, you'll overwatch.
Буду настороже.
We'll one for all. Now, here's another call that we gotta make. I don't know that I care for that angle for a sniper. Maybe I bring the sniper here to have more of a straight shot through the door.
Good copy. Moving on target.
And Bunger, just stay there. Howdy doody. Howdy doody. We're gonna bring you here. So you have some leeway as far as flashbangs, helping with smoke, depending on what we find, chem grenades, yada yada.
On the way! Sure, leave it up to me to kill them all.
Yeah, we're gonna have howdy doody, kill them all. No sense of what it is, my friends. No sense of what it is. Although tile scanning, whatever it is, doesn't appear to be there anymore. You know what I mean? Because usually tile scanning,
What's up, Doc?
whatever used to be there may not be there anymore. But you know what? Oh, we've been playing this for close on 2 years now. You know, with 3 streams a week. I think early on we might have started with 2 streams a week. You know, and then vacations, this and that. You know, I get sick every now and then. I travel, take a vacation every now and then. So, you know, but 2 years. Because we're not playing every day. 2 to 3 times a week. Yeah, every now and then we've had a technical issue. Fairly minor. But I had a technical issue this weekend. I gotta adjust the ammo counter the way I like it. I like it in numbers. It's less heavy and obtrusive. You know, it's nice to have to know for sure how much ammo you have, but I like the other method. So that's one thing I have to adjust. And then I got to adjust my Q and E buttons again. So I pan the way I'm used to. Oh wow, is that wall? When did that? I didn't notice that wall wasn't there. It's full cover though, so I guess unless it was something flying, it wouldn't have seen us. Woo, baby. So well, I would, but you know it's 9 o'clock, and that's our normal stream time. So this is the cliffhanger. The door opening shall happen next time. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna take a little screenshot, and guess what our opening thumbnail will be. I already can see it. What will we find behind door number 1? You know, that kind of a thing. And to make it even better, please notice the date that we will be playing our next broadcast on. None other than April 1st. Couldn't have lined it up any better than having a big important mission, opening a door to who knows what, happening on April 1st. Looking forward to it. Yep, looking forward to it. Okay, my friends, thanks for hanging with me, getting us started. A little nerve-wracking at first, just because I accidentally activated that one pod. Yeah, please, nobody vibe on Wednesday. Although I overcame Gleaser's vibe. That's probably why I activated that pod on accident, is because of the high vibes. But anyway, thank you everybody. I appreciate it. I have a lot of fun streaming with y'all, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Every time you're able to make it in here, I know everybody's lives get a little busy and it's hard to always make it, but I do appreciate it whenever you can drop in and say hi and hang out with me while we get through this amazingly long war. So this is Zigzag Zoc signing off from somewhere in this world. Thanks so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Hope to see you next time, whether it's tomorrow with Terror from the Void, which is also not a cakewalk these days, or back here for what's behind door number 1. And ciao, everybody. Anyone left over on Twitch, please hang on. We're going to find somebody to raid.